Okay, so next up we also have another new member to the Smash Critique stream. In this case, we're going to be looking at Dano. So a new Duck Hunt player. Oh, that's you. Hello. So honestly, I have no idea what to expect coming from this. I don't know who we're fighting yet, but we'll find out in a moment. So yeah, definitely interested to see what we're going to get. All right, Terry Duck Hunt. Quick things about this. Terry is different from the Shotos, but in practice, he loses to kind of the same things. The biggest thing with Terry is this. Not good at approaching. Has better burst options because they go longer. And like some of them are a little bit stronger. Oh, box flyer. Cool. And then like, of course, he has the auto turnaround too, which is like so basically cross-ups are really hard to do on him. But of course, easy to edge guard. Kind of same goes for the Shotos, except I think Terry's a little bit easier. I might be a little bit wrong on that. And then the other thing too is like his projectile's a little bit worse for doing things. But like overall, Terry's a relatively easy matchup. Just the fact that like you just kind of keep him out. If he gets hit by Clay Pigeon, he kind of gets annihilated. And then it's really easy to keep him ledge trapped too. It's just, of course, if Terry touches you, he can just kill you really fast too. So it's one of those things where it's objectively in your favor, but if you mess up, you can die. Yeah, I've got like, two of my friends are like box players as well, so I know like a bunch of things about that. So I'm expecting really good execution from you, unless you just picked it up. Yeah, honestly, always remember that if you have Gunman set up or like Can, and he has to like plow through it, that gives you so much time to react and punish. Obviously, this is Wi-Fi, so it's a little bit harder there. But yeah, like if you have Gunman set up and Terry has to go through it, it makes it so easy to punish him. That's the other thing too. If Clay Pigeon goes on them, they have to go through you, and if they jump, you'll always be able to punish that. So the thing that you're not recognizing is he's jumping into you like crazy, and you're not punishing him for it. Like when he did like that first crack shoot, that was an easy grab, off stage throw, and then you set up for a ledge trap. And like with these other things, he's still just jumping into you. You can still get these grabs. And also, when you land a fair low percent, like that's a free grab. And then that'd be like forward throw, or you could do another fair off of that too. Like those are all true off of it. That's a very unsafe gunman. It's just that he doesn't know this matchup. That was a huge waste. So right there when you did that Clay Pigeon, all you had to do is keep running, and then as you detonate it, you just jump it down at him, and Terry, by all accounts, should be dead at that point. Yeah. Not really. You need to believe in, like, okay, there's something that you need to practice, especially on Wi-Fi, because nobody cares about Wi-Fi, is if you go for something, you need to believe it's going to work. So like commit to your game plan, so that way when it does work, you don't second guess it and you always land it. So you need to just practice believing in what you're doing. Cause like, let's say this was like grand finals and you doubted that Clay Pigeon worked, then that might be the difference between you winning the set and losing it. So whenever you go for something, believe that it'll work. Unless like you already know it's not going to work when you do it. Yeah, see, like what you did there is like you didn't have a true opening there for that up smash. Also, okay, if Can is falling on top of him and he's going to try and power geyser it, like, you know this man's not really thinking about neutral at all or positioning. And ultimately, that's probably going to be the main reason why that like you lose this a lot. That's the other thing too. It's like when they have the goat meter, he has like a lot of like invincibility on those moves and stuff like that. So just like wait for him to like this is a guy that is not thinking. Like he is literally just trying to blow his load at the moment. And the second he gives it to you, that means that's an automatic punish because none of these things are safe on shield. So just wait for that. Also, like you're showing your hand by trying to go for up smash nonstop too. So it makes it really easy to just bait out and punish. Again, it's like that was very obvious that like your fair was going to connect, but you just need to believe in your hits. And that's the other thing too, is like he hasn't really wisened up to the fact that he can't jump out of shield against clay pigeons. So if you hit that on a shield, you have a pretty good bet that you can approach him, detonate the clay pigeon to stop any invincible moves he might do, because the lingering hits of it will stop all of that, and then you can punish him. All right, try to go. You had a free opening to get a back air on there, but you chose not to do it again. That's mostly what I'm seeing from you here. It's just like... Okay, this was a huge mistake. You gave up too much ground. Again, as you probably heard me already say, this is useless. Never throw gunman here. Just throw the can, wait for it, and then do it. If he has to do the rising tackle, just do down angled F tilt, because like if he didn't charge it, you actually are able to like 2-frame him pretty easily. I don't see how he can remotely be in your head at this point, because like he's literally just spamming moves and like not thinking about how he's approaching, and this is so easy for you to punish it. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, literally, that's all he's doing. Like, Terry has no physical way to approach Duck Hunt, like, in a logical sense that will make it safe. Again, that's not where you do down angle to F tilt. Like, F tilt, you have to do right there. Also, when he does Power Geyser, if he does a point blank like that, I'm pretty sure you could just up smash him. I don't even think you need to do the dash. Again, yeah, just hold shield. Like, he's going to hit your shield. There's no way that he's not going to do it. Not to mention, it's like, I think when he hits it on your shield, the can actually might blow him up out of it too. That's the other thing too. It's like, he's just hitting your shield. So if you do shield can, it's going to blow him up as well. Yeah, Power Geyser's negative 29 on shield, and the second it hits your shield, you can up smash out of shield because he's not invincible anymore. You're giving him way too much expect. Yeah, like when he did Power Geyser against you, that's all you had to do. Like, okay, there. That was the first objective bad thing you did in neutral besides that one other gunman. Everything else, it's been okay. It's just that you're not committing to your punishes at all, and it's like you don't know how to punish Terry when he's hitting your shield. Yeah, like at that point, just when he's right there and you're over here, be ready for him to do some type of attack to you because that's his burst range. You can't throw out a can or any projectile at that moment. Yeah, see, like there, jab, jab, power dunk. It's like he wasn't going to grab you or anything like that. Also, like, if you need to keep in mind, Terry's jab. So, like, jab 2. Obviously, you can cancel it to jab 3, but, like, that's negative 19. Jab 2, if he stops there, that's negative 19 on shield as well. So it's just not safe. So kind of a mistake there. So can already cover that area you threw Clay Pigeon in. So all you have to do is go to roll distance and you ping the can towards him. So if he does get up attack, you jump over the can and punish him because the extra hit lag makes it easier to punish him. If he rolls in, you punish that with Duck Hunt. If he does standard get up, you should be able to cover that with can still. And if it misses him, then the can's going to blow up on a shield and you can get a grab off of that. Also remember, if he starts spamming down tilt here, you can just get up attack it. And most of the time, like, they press the button too many times to, like, cancel it. Yeah. Yeah, I would say, like, the only stock that, like, you played neutral bad was that last one. You just weren't respecting the burst range at that point. But, like, the first two stocks, like, honestly, there was no reason for you not to 3-stock him. I'm going to be perfectly blunt about it. Gotcha. But yeah, no, like this is the thing that you always need to remember about like the Shotos and Harry is that they need to approach you, and that makes it so easy to punish them. Like all of your fair is going to outrange them. Your projectiles are going to manipulate them a lot, if not like just straight up punish him. And especially if you're doing Clay Pigeon into his attacks, then that's going to blow up on him and automatically punish him too. And depending on what it breaks on him determines what type of punish you can get as well. Yeah, exactly. Like, when this guy has go meter, you know he's going for the go attack. Like, he's not mixing it up at all. Like, he's like, oh, I'm going to go for Buster Wolf. Oh, there he landed. Buster Wolf. Or, oh, he is high. I'm going to do Power Geyser. Or even at ledge, I am going to do Power Geyser. Or he's going to do Jab Jab Power Geyser. Like, those were his only mix-ups. Yeah. Like, he's doing nothing to make you not shield. Like, I don't think I saw a single grab coming from him, which is kind of standard for Shoto players, but like it's still a defect in like how you can exploit them. Oh yeah, no, they're great. They're not bad moves or anything like that, but the thing is like they're not a safe approach. That's the issue. They're good at catching you after you do something, but Duck Hunt doesn't have to do anything. That's the reason why they're bad against Duck Hunt. Yeah, like there, that was just an execution error. Because that would have been fair grab. You had the right idea, just another execution error. Something to keep in mind is like against like heavier characters like Terry, if they're at 60%, especially if you're on Lilat at the slope, like you're going to be doing fairs. It's going to be a while before you do up air out of Clay Pigeon. You have to be at like 80 or 90%. Yeah, don't forget, like if he gets to the other side of you and you're top of you can drop down and back air him. So, like, that's the reason why you don't throw out projectiles next to him. Because when he does that, then he can just, like, automatically punish you with something like Crack Shoot or Burning Knuckle. So you need to be careful. See, like, right there, you could have done a second Clay Pigeon, and then he probably would have been over here, and a back air at the sweet spot probably would have killed him. Yeah, again, what you want to do is, like, you want to focus on doing, like, down angled F tilt. Even down tilt would probably be pretty good at catching him there. Because the other issue with Lilat is because the ledge is like this, if you do F smash, it's basically never going to catch him unless he goes really, really high with Rising Tackle. Again, completely useless gunman there. That covers nothing, and he's just able to go right through it. So, like, you really need to focus on using can to control the air and to help ledge guard or control the edge. Yeah, guy. It's just that you can go for a lot more consistencies, because, like, especially when he burns his double jump and he gets hit at that shallow angle, it's hard for him to recover. That was a good catch. Like, that's an F smash I can agree with. Because, like, he's doing a lot of aerials, and that's a pretty good chance of catching him in that zone over there. See, like, exactly that right there. Like, when he does that crack shoot or, like, a burning knuckle to hit a gunman and you're right there, just wait for it to happen and punish him. Like, you know he's going to do something like that, and when he does, then you just hit him for it. Don't think you always need to be pressing buttons. Sometimes the strongest thing is to sit back and do nothing and let them open themselves up to you. And as a character like Terry, Ken, or Ryu has to do, they need to do that because they have to approach you because you can keep pressing them from afar. Yeah, like, honestly, there's no reason to be scared of, like, Terry, Ryu, or Ken when they're far away from you. If anything, like objectively speaking, like, I think Ken, Ryu, and Terry are all, like, 6-4 matchups for the most part, like, in Duckhunt's favor, just because this neutral's this bad, and if you're really good at landing those clay pitches, you can kill them super easily. That's good, that's good. See, like, right there, if he's that close to you and you're over there, like, he can objectively just go over and punish you for pressing clay pigeon. You need to wait for him to be farther away before you do that. And also, like, going to ledge is much safer to go to than going above him, because charge rising tackle is very strong. Also, this is the lowest ceiling stage too, so that makes it even more risky to do that. Well, besides Yoshi's story. That was really bad. But yeah, see, like, notice that entire time he didn't do a single grab. All he did was just spam buttons until he did a crack shoot away. Like, if he doesn't give you a reason to stop shielding, then there's no reason not to. Like, even there, you could have done, like, a nair out of shield and you would have punished him. On flat ground? Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that was just strong in general then. Yeah, I mean, it's a best of 5, isn't it? Yeah. So also, when you're fighting Terry, you generally don't want to go to the smaller stages. So Lilat's not exactly that, but it definitely feels a little bit more claustrophobic. And the other thing too is, like, I think it helps out Terry's combo game a lot more than it helps out yours. Like, you can use, like, the ledges to kind of get under certain things, but I think, like, the disadvantage you get about not being able to, like, have clay pitch and hit crack shoot as much, I think that's a worse trade-off than the potential benefits you might get from the ledges. I wouldn't use it for the Terry matchup, though. Like, I think it makes it a little bit harder to fight. I think some people like Lilat. Like, now that Lilat's fixed, I don't think Lilat's a bad stage for Duck Hunt, but for this matchup in particular, I wouldn't go there. Just because, like, it makes crack shoot a lot more effective. Because, like, a lot of those crack shoots when you were tossing clay pigeon, some of those actually might have just, like, straight up hit him. Like, that's a terrible opening right there. Like, run of, like, gunmen, especially, like, over there, like, it's not going to really give you too much of a setup. Especially when it's that close. See, like, right there at that percentage, that would have been, like, another clay pigeon and then a third clay pigeon, and then you probably would have killed him with up air off the top. See, like, okay, that's the only timing where gunmen makes sense. So, like, if they're recovering high and they need to land on ground, that's when you use gunmen at the ledge. But if they're going to the ledge specifically, that's when you don't use gunmen. But that was good. If you guys need an example of when to use gunman there, that was it. That was it. So I've never looked at this, but how unsafe is that spot dodge attack? Because if it's just up tilt's negative 12 on shield, so you actually could up smash that out of shield if you buffered it properly. Yeah, actually, it's even worse. Spot dodge attack's negative 17 on shield. So, like, after you see a spot dodge, if you the second you see that attack come out, just buffer an up smash. See, there we go. That's stuff that makes sense there. So that whole time he was doing jab pressure, you could have actually, like, hit the can to, like, knock him out of it. And I don't think that explosion would have hit you either. Because it was at his leg. Also, remember, if he does the full jab combo, you can nair or back gear out of shield to, like, punish him for doing that. A little bit too early on that, but that wasn't a bad idea. Also, remember, DI in the direction that Terry's facing. I think that's how you DI that properly. So, like, you know, since he was facing right this way, you would hold your stick to the right to live that longer. Ah, okay, gotcha. See, like, that right there, when you do that gunman bait, and you see him do crack shoot, and you do the dash back, the second you hear it, you could just, like, automatically press side B to punish that. And if you're doing that, like, every single time he was doing, like, those run-ins like that, you would have just, like, kind of demolished him on the punish game. That's the other thing you need to remember is, like, you're faster than Terry, so that's kind of the reason why that you're able to do, like, a spacing game like that, too. Yeah, you just have to be smart about it. CP's not a neutral tool. You use it to specifically punish things. So, okay, let's see if you just prepare for him to go for the go attacks. There we go. Good stuff. See, like, where was that ledge guarding before? Also, remember, if you see him charging a smash attack and you're behind him, you could just throw a clay pigeon. It's going to punish him. Especially if it's like that. Yeah. Yeah, see, like, that one, you had a pretty clear setup there, and it's like, because you waited so long to detonate it, I was thought you were aware that you were going to detonate it, jump, and then, like, punish him and get, like, your free ledge guard there. What was that? That was a huge drop. Like, that, off of that fair, you had a guaranteed second fair there. I feel like that was like the first grab I ever saw from this guy. Also, you have to be so careful about doing that because you've been doing that nonstop. And, you know, I don't think you can rising tackle kill you at this point. But, you know, he's been getting damage on you pretty consistently for doing that. Again, please, for the love of God, stop doing that gunman when he's recovering low. That's so bad. Like you dropped the entire lead that you had right there. Like, why? Why did you do this? Okay, like at least you had the can there. You threw it a little bit too early. That was so bad either. Like that's just like asking for him to just like roll in and this rising tackle you, or in this case, like rise in jab to power geyser. Yeah, like you have the ideas down of what to do in neutral, but it's like your punish game's not there, and it's just like, it's like when he's at the ability to kill you. That's like when you're choosing that's when you're choking up. Like that was a huge choke. Like where are you? Why aren't you ledge guarding him? Why are you letting him come back for free? That's the reason why you don't go to the stage, because then, like, if this was another stage, that clay pigeon would have landed right at the ledge, and that would have been perfect to force him to either go to go right here, and you get a punish, where this would cover jump, get up attack, and stare and get up otherwise. I'm curious what you're going to have in store for me, Bear, at this point. Also, so when you do that, have can go up and don't jump after the can. Wait for him to do his option, and then you punish where he's going to do. Because like if you just stayed on the ground after that can, you would have seen the power dunk, and you would have seen exactly where it was going to go, and you could just anti-air that without Bear. Probably would have died at this percent too. All right. Oh, we got one on the board. Let's see. Alrighty. Yeah, Smashville, Smashville is good if you're good at playing close quarters. If you're not playing good at playing close quarters, you don't want to go there. It's not a bad stage. It's just that depending on who you are, what character you are, it determines how good it is for you. There's some characters you should definitely not take to Smashville. But Terry, you could. Like, that was really bad. He could have punished you really hard for doing that. Yeah, bad execution there. Getting way too caught up in your can control there. I just did the thing where I clicked on OBS instead, so now it's... I have to go into editing room for that now. Okay, gotcha. So, so something that you had set up right here is you had a can right behind him. And that you could have chased that after him, so that way he would have been sandwiched between you and the can. So always be a little bit more aware of your can. Also, you need to change the way that you're doing fair after clay pigeon. You clay pigeon him, then you jump, detonate, and then fair, so you do falling fair, so that way you get a guaranteed second follow-up off of it. Yeah, again, like, you're not paying attention to the burst range. Yeah, see, like, there you had the bait and set up to, like, punish this. Like, to punish, like, where he was going, where he was jumping. But you just decided to retreat again. So, like, you need to understand why these setups are good. Let me see. Okay, let's go here. So, okay. Hit him. 4th row. So, right now, you've objectively forced him to jump. You were late on your detonation, so that's why you got nothing off of this. So, you press B here, and obviously he can't go backwards. So, he's basically forced to, like, jump forward and end up on top of here or in this area. And he does exactly that. So, like, pretty much all you had to do was just, like, run back and, like, jump bear, and you would have had, like, both of these spots covered. But instead, you just run all the way backwards in Gunman? Because, like, if he decided to land, he could crack shoot and, like, punish this. So, like, this doesn't really do good. I'm surprised he made that one back. And then again, like, that's why it's important to know how to do, like, the two framing with, like, F tilt, to learn the spacing to actually, like, punish that. And the other thing you could do too is, like, if you place can on ledge and you down air it, it makes down air active for like 10 frames. So it makes it really easy to punish those type of recoveries. Yeah, short up air would too as well. Again, just not paying attention to the go being available too. I love how, like, any other character, like, you would have had the punish on that because of the auto turnaround. Doesn't have to think about it. Yeah. A little bit harder to react online, but obviously you can get up attack it. It's not really too much of a worry. But, you know, online, a little bit hard to react to. Not to mention you can also just roll past it, too. Yeah, see, like, that's also the big thing you're not doing is, like, you're not setting up shield can ever. And, like, by the way that he's playing, like, shield can would demolish him as well. Also remember, like, crack shoot's just not, like, crack shoot's not safe on shield. When he's doing these specials, like, shielding it is not bad. Like, if I have to get, like, actual frame data numbers, so, like, remember, Buster Wolf is negative 45 on shield. Power Geyser's negative 29. Regular Power Dunk's negative 19. Crack Shoot is negative 12 on shield. And he's right next to you as he does it. The only mix-up he can have is, like, he can be slightly behind you, and that's it. Burning Knuckle is negative 26 or negative 32 on hit. And then regular Burning Knuckle with, like, no inputs, negative 28 or negative 34. So, like, all these things are really, really bad on shield. Yeah, see, like, that's all you need to do to him. But, like, I don't see you doing things like that. Again, like, he could have punished that gunman immediately. But you're just not, like, punishing his approaches at all. Like, you're not thinking about how to punish his approaches. I think that's kind of the biggest issue. Like, you know how to set up and play general duck on neutral. Like, there, that was the right idea, except you did it way too early. You didn't space it properly. Unlike all the other times. Okay, you do know how to fare after the clay pigeon, too. Yeah, and then, like, you had shield can set up there, too. It's just like, you know, it didn't blow up right there, but you know how to do it. Again, you had the stock there, but you don't take it. And it's not like you couldn't react to it actually hitting him. Like, you had more than enough time to detonate it as you were running to him. Like, the second it hit him, you'd be, oh, I could dash. And then you could detonate it, and then you'd be able to hit with, like, back air. Okay, yeah, you, like, there, your issue was that you did the spot dodge. If you didn't spot dodge there, you would have killed him. Oh, at least you got it. But yeah, I mean, I hope you're really understanding just how many holes you're having in your gameplay here. Yeah, like you just need to stop playing scared. Like he's giving you. No, there was a spot dodge. You did parry to spot dodge to up smash. That was the only reason why I missed. No, I saw him do like the look away thing. Just trust me, if you parried a power geyser, that thing's already negative 35 on shield. Like that was an immediate punish. Like Terry was able to spot dodge your up smash. That's what happened. Because like you know, if you look at duck hunt spot dodge, that's the quickest you can act. Yeah, like spot dodge takes 25 frames, and then when you add spot dodge on top of 20 frames. So if you make that 32 frames, or like anything little thing, then that's the reason why it missed, because like then that puts it at like that 30 something mark. Yeah, Terry's very easy to 2-frame. Just have to go with like the down angle F tilt. And that is a tactic you can use. Like if you are getting like if you want to trade the power wave with like clay pigeon, that's something you can do, because like it knocks you out of hit stun, and then like you basically get a free follow up after that, or if not better, much better stage positioning. Please just stop going for gunman. Also, like, you are very commonly jumping above him, so that's why he keeps calling you out for it, because you keep doing it, and you're not really adjusting to not doing that. Like, there should be no reason why you should be above Terry, like, at any point. Also, something else to keep in mind, just because, like, you keep hitting him, you keep getting, like, these, he keeps being really vulnerable in the corner. When you do get him here, if you do down smash, that kills him really early just because the angle of that's so shallow. Dude, TNC is, like, the best stage to take Terry because he dies off the side so early. And not to mention, like, that's a long stage, too. Yeah, TNC is like one of the absolute best duck on stages. And like, not to mention, like, with the way that the platforms are, you can get like a lot of really cool can combos off of it too. Also, just like remember, the second that power geyser hits your shield, you can drop shield and run up and punish him. Yeah, no, like honestly, like once you get into the groove of playing in long stages with Duck Hunt, like you're gonna love Town City so much. So right there, you could have done that down tilt into the aftershots of the clay pigeon, and you probably would have been able to combo off of that. Also, be very careful with that air dodge in. That's like if he takes note of that, he can punish you super heavy for that. See, like, okay, when he's on the ground, that's when it makes sense to do Gunman, because it's not as laggy as Clay Pigeon. Can cover tech away, can cover tech in, and can cover tech in place. And you can cover the tech ins with Duck Hunt or tech in place. And the tech away will be covered by Gunman. And not only that, because you had your can here, if you do Gunman, you can still control your can too. That's when you want to use it. Yeah, no, just like objectively speaking, you want to learn Town and City. It's really good. And Callus has the wall, so like that's really useful for just like learning recoveries. Also, like, whenever, like, Terry's, like, down tilting your shield, just, like, do a full hop backwards. And, like, he doesn't really have a good way to punish that, per se. Also, like, something I notice is, like, in neutral when you're next to him and playing footsies, you're never spacing out with fair, and I have no idea why you're not doing that. Most of these times, he would not be able to get a hit on you if you were just, like, throwing down a fair as you were landing. Yeah, Yoshi's is a coin flip. Sometimes it's good, but most of the time it's not going to be good for you. And there's certain characters you could just never go to Yoshi's against. Like Mario. Never take Mario to Yoshi's. Okay, thank God. He's just waiting to do it. So, like, literally, if you do nothing but hold shield, you're going to beat him. Told you. It was going to come. It was going to come. Again, like right here, if you just waited right here to just do down angled F tilt right there, you would kill him. So the thing is, it depends if he does the charge or not. So look at this. So this is rising tackle with no charge. So it's invulnerable at first, but then it stops at the top. And then you can hit him. And that's the only part that you're trying to hit. And the same thing goes for charge. See? And then it stops. And then the final hit comes. So it's not fully invincible. It stops at the very top, so that's why you can two-frame it. So you can learn to do down angled F tilt, or you can learn to do down air on can, which makes your spike hitbox last for 10 frames. And it might even be long enough to just like go ahead and hit him too. Oh yeah, no, you definitely do. Yeah, again, it's just like, you know, that's not a good to come in there. Yeah, let me check this. I'm not sure if this is true. Because, like, okay, so... Power Dunk's negative 19 on shield. Let me see when hit 2 of up smash comes out. So, obviously, you can nair a backer out of shield to punish him. Okay, up smash is 1 frame too slow for that, fortunately. Oh, wait a second. Is there no landing hitbox? Oh! Hold on a second. Okay. All right, okay, I didn't realize this. So there is no landing hitbox with Power Dunk. So it's actually going to hit the top of your shield. And when it does that, you should actually be able to buffer an up smash out of your shield and punish him for it. Let me check. We can go to training mode real quickly. Test this out. And another frame. So and now I'm going to buffer up smash. Yeah, he can't shield before that. So if he ever does like power dunk right on you, you can just up smash him for it. I always thought that move had a landing hitbox, so that makes sense. Yeah, so that thing's easy to punish. You don't even have to worry about the, like, you don't even have to worry about like the side switch. So keep that in mind. Let me also put the music back on. Okay, so... Okay, that was... I messed up really bad. At least that was... Was that the end of it or not? Hold on, let me just bring it up again. I can do this. Yeah, so it's like right about here, I think. Yeah, it's like right around here. But yeah. So like if you power dunks your shield, just like up smash. Like you don't even have to think about it. So the other thing too, when he's doing this, just spam the B button because then can will pop out and it'll break you out of any combo that he goes for. And like the explosion will save you. So always remember that when you're doing these things. Or you could also like SDI in and like mash air dodge, but like just spam can. That's how you'll be saved in that. Because like the can knockback will take priority. The can knockback takes priority over the stronger hitbox. So that's the best thing to do. But yeah. So, you know, overall, you know, a lot of promising things. Your spacing, for the most part, pretty good. Your ledge trapping's abysmal. Just don't use gunman. Like, anything else. Like, just think, okay, when he's at the ledge or when he's in the air, I'm going to use can to set up and, like, trap them. I highly recommend, like, watching my Battlefield guide so you get a better idea of how you should use can. And watch my ledge trapping guide, too. I think those are, like, the most beneficial things for you to watch at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty good. Your belief in your moves is really bad. Like, honestly, if you just believed a lot of those clay pigeons were going to hit, you would have destroyed him a lot. And if you were just a lot more aware of what his game plan was, of he needs to approach me to do anything, and you're just aware, like, okay, he's using crack shoot a lot to like approach me and all that stuff, you would have had a really, really easy time not only getting those openings, but consistently punishing him extremely hard every single time. So, you know, make sure you do go back and like look at these VODs to just like kind of re-emphasize what you need to be looking for in this, especially if this is someone you play a lot. Like, it should get to a point where you should be winning the majority of these. Then, you know, you should go quite a distance with that. And then like from there, then like you can do like a lot more theory crafting about how you're placing your projectiles and like what type of combos you want to set up for them too. But definitely like learn Town and City. Like Town City's obviously like objectively one of the best stages you could take Terry to. So definitely learn that. Oh, and if I'm going to call you Dano, thanks for the follow. But if you want me to call you Six Pool, thanks for the follow. Whatever you choose. But yeah, did you have any questions for me or not? And I'm going to stop the recording here.